We're sitting with so many black millionaires, but we have the highest unemployment rate. The highest. Empowerment for me, it's becoming embarrassing when we force ourselves to be empowered by white people constantly. When you have nothing and you do a deal, you do the deal, you're no longer poor. You are now a dollar millionaire. But you still insist, you are now empowered, but you still insist to become a partner in a business that a white man has built. You have enough money to start. You have enough money to start, but that's a conversation we don't want to hear.
Guys, so I've really had to do some kind of a soul search to take a step back, to really go back to really start studying some things in South Africa. One of the things I did this weekend was to go through many of the other documentaries and movies I've not seen about South Africa, and just to understand more, a little bit more flesh and meat on my understanding of the Indians, coloreds, whites, blacks, the whole relationship that make up the overall essence of what South Africa represents today. And you know, I'll be doing a lot of series of videos on all the kind of videos I'll be doing next would actually be touching more on the nuances on how to really understand South Africa's history. Big thanks, major thanks to Ernst Roets for the documentary he made, Tainted Heroes. I watched that on the train, traveling across some cities in the Scandinavia, and I was really shocked because that's the only time you can get a person as busy as I am to get to watch a movie or this kind of documentary. I think it was 2 hours long, and I sat down there in the train trip, really getting to understand the ANC, you know, the presidency of F.W. de Klerk, understanding the, you know, the whole battle against Afrikaans, you know, South Africa's history. And I really got even more afraid than I was. Not really afraid in the sense of afraid of the country, but you know, the history of South Africa has every capacity to make everyone really scared of what the human being is capable of doing. So there were many things in that documentary that really got me really thinking about how far human beings can go to fight for their freedom, and just a lot. If you've not watched that documentary, I would advise you, and I'm happy that AfriForum put it free on YouTube to be able to. I don't think it was available for everyone before, but now it's really available, and I think the timing is right for everyone to have a glimpse of South Africa's history. I'm actually also going to study the other parties in South Africa and how they've really come to help everyone understand that. I think Floyd Shivambu, of the former EFF member, had a series of videos where he tried to analyze South Africa's history as well. I'm actually also looking at these versions, so we can start having a really sensible, critical discussion when we speak about where South Africa is today. And I really look forward to speaking with Dr. Ernst Roets on this channel in a podcast. We are cooking, and I think that episode would be a fire one. You guys just stay tuned. But in today's video, I stumbled on some really interesting ideas that McKenzie has regarding this whole thing with BEE. And as you know, the Igbo personality in me really tries to understand and really wonder how this whole BEE thing can work in a society like Nigeria. I know society like South Africa, especially now that I understand the history a little bit more, seems to be fertile ground for this kind of policy. But McKenzie actually argues that if he becomes president in South Africa, he's going to scrap up BEE totally. All right, I don't know. People would argue that because he has succeeded as a business person in South Africa, and he's able to see the kind of like difficulties in handing a portion. I think it was 26% partnership of your business to those who have been historically tagged as disadvantaged. McKenzie argues in this video that he would rather have something what he calls an empowerment bank, the bank that would, rather than having a collateral, your collateral will be your skin color. That's a really revolutionary idea. But I mean, like, who knows? It could be workable as well. And so one of the major challenges he actually argues is that he's noticed that South Africa has many black millionaires, probably the like of Vusi Tembekwayo, although I think he has moved his business to the United Arab Emirates or so. Many black billionaires anyway, he argues, but yet blacks still have the highest unemployment rate, and he's really struggling to understand. And this takes me back to a shot I posted by the former President Vorster during the apartheid time, when he speaks about Africa's incapacity to industrialize. I really enjoyed that video so much, even though it was statements made by someone who Africa would have, many black Africans would castigate a lot, that they feel that his ideas are solid, but that his personality weren't really appreciated by many black people. I think one comment under that video I made on my channel says that many black Africans see him as the devil, even though his ideas might actually. So this whole incapacity to, or fear or unwillingness to industrialize, despite the fact that there are billionaires in the land, is something McKenzie is really trying to expose here, and really ask black billionaires to step up, actually arguing that it's the black business people who have actually failed BEE. And so really strange perspective he has against this whole thing with BEE, and I think it's a really interesting one, so we all understand slowly this whole thing about having why it is. He actually argues that, he's wondering why it is that many black billionaires have actually done BEE deals and they've made a lot of money, but yet they still want to stake in many white people's businesses. He thinks it's just an awkward thought. So these are some ideas I really found really intriguing in my study for this BEE. What could be an alternative going forward? And Gaten McKenzie really hit some nails on the head. So let's quickly listen to Gaten McKenzie argue on why, when he becomes president, that he will scrap BEE totally, and probably why President Cyril Ramaphosa is not really of that kind of notion to scrap BEE, or even the ANC at this point. But yet Gaten McKenzie argues, could it be because he's a business person, or is he able to see something many of us are not able to see, especially as blacks? Share your thoughts in the comments.
And there's many of those stories I can relate to you. How we are trying, how we're getting to trust each other, how we are finding each other. The question the gentleman has asked about BEE and what I think about the sovereign wealth fund. You can't build wealth without collateral. I'm going to repeat that. You can't build wealth without collateral. You can't. And anybody that tells you can build wealth without collateral is a liar. South Africa, what I would have done, you asked me what I would have done. I will cancel BEE in totality if I'm in power. I'll cancel it totally. What I will bring in the place of BEE is an empowerment bank, one bank. How does that bank work? Every person that has a certain company that has been empowered previously, and every white person in this country should contribute a percentage of the turnover towards the bank. I'm going to repeat that. Instead of telling white people, come, make me a 26% partner, I will not do that. That's not business, that's counterproductive. I will tell every company and every white person with a company, give 1% of your turnover. That will go to the bank. That will be $1 trillion bank with first trans. That bank will then give money, loans, collateral. You get money without collateral from the bank. Your blackness will be your collateral. Your black skin. And there will not be you getting today 10 million. You are there next week again. You have to show what you've done. We'll have people empowering you, mentoring you. That's what I would have done. Lastly, words are very nice. English is a very nice language. We like to use big English words. Triple P. What? I sometimes listen to people like, yo, What are you even talking about? The reality on the ground is different. We have to take hard decisions. The ANC is getting an F, but they don't deserve an F. The ANC should be getting a D. But the reason why they themselves don't know why they're getting an F, because they budget for South Africans. But the budget is being shared by people that is not counted by the census. Illegal foreigners. Mabahambe, and you will see jobs will appear. You will see, and that's the truth. In Gauteng, they lost 5 billion in budgets because they never counted the illegal foreigners in Gauteng. And if you take the equitable share that's been given to Panyaza and them, exclude the illegal foreigners. 6 million illegal foreigners are running around here. 2 million of them have jobs, waiters, whatever. So when we chase them away, immediately we have 2 million jobs for locals. But you want to be too nice as South Africans, but you are poor. Let us get rich, all of us, but let's take the unpopular decisions. Mabahambe. BE is not only doing a deal with somebody and becoming a BE partner. BE is also the ability to be able to do deals freely without legislation preventing you as a black person to do deals. If you look at black business people today, the majority of them, it's deal after deal, deal after deal. But they don't understand. They have, BE has not failed. We have failed BE, and I'm including myself in. All the black millionaires today, you can ask them one question. How many deals have you done? He'll tell you, now I'm in this board, I'm in this deal. Then you ask him, how did you help to change the trajectory of the ordinary black person? And then he will be found wanting. So I'm saying BE has not failed. It is us, and I'm once again including myself in it. It is us that failed BE. We can deny that as much as we like, but you look at all the black dollar millionaires, give them a list of the deals they've done, give them a list of the boards they're sitting on, and then give them another list and say, right here, how much did you contribute?
Give me a practical example. What is it in particular that you believe black business can and should have contributed? So when you say you reflect on the time on sitting on different boards, what influence did you have practically? What could the alternative have been?
Number one, empowerment for me, it's becoming embarrassing when we force ourselves to be empowered by white people constantly. Let me tell you why I'm saying that, and I'll make you a practical example. When you have nothing and you do a deal, you do the deal, you're no longer poor. You are now a dollar millionaire. But you still insist, you are now empowered, but you still insist to become a partner in a business that a white man has built. You have enough money to start. You have enough money to start, but that's a conversation we don't want to hear. I have had to resign from several of my businesses. I can understand why people are kicking back when it comes to BE. Because you have a man that is insisting, I want to be part of your business. But this man has done a deal last year that gave him 200 million that he can start his own business. But he is still, you can go and check all the BE deals. It is the usual suspects. It is the same people doing deal after deal. And that is the truth. We can't run away from it. The practical example I will make you, let's look at the Jewish community. There's some sort of thing that we can learn from them when it comes to empowerment. We're sitting with so many black millionaires, but we have the highest unemployment rate. The highest. So surely I think that you go to Russia, all the millionaires there has a certain duty where they live in an area where they have to do stuff, and they're doing it. I'm just saying, as controversial as that might sound, that I'm a dollar millionaire. Really do more and stop just saying the state. The state is not perfect. But I'm saying that all blame cannot just go to the state. We need to do more, but there's an accumulation syndrome. We just get more, but you're not even giving back to where you stay. Go and check the schools of where some of us have gone to.
Okay.
Thank you.